we know that at least 2 women, and those are only the stories we know, here in the state of Georgia, died because of a Trump abortion ban. One, and we heard about her story last night, a vibrant 28-year-old young woman. She was ambitious. I talked with her mother and her sisters about her, and they described such an extraordinary life of a person. She was excited. She was working hard. She was a medical assistant. She was going to nursing school, raising her 6-year-old son. She was really proud that she had finally worked so hard that she gained the independence. Her family was telling me that she was able to get an apartment in a gated community with a pool for her son to play in. She was so proud, and she was headed to nursing school. And her name, and we will speak her name, Amber Nicole Thurman. Amber Nicole Thurman.
Amber Nicole Thurman.
That's right. And she had her future all planned out. And it was her plan. Let's understand, just pause on that for a moment. She had her plan, what she wanted to do for her son, for herself, for their future. And so when she discovered that she was pregnant, she decided she wanted to have an abortion. But because of the Trump abortion ban here in Georgia, she was forced to travel out of state to receive the health care that she needed. But when she returned to Georgia, she needed additional care. So she went to a hospital. But you see, under the Trump abortion ban, her doctors could have faced up to a decade in prison for providing Amber the care she needed. Understand what a law like this means. Doctors have to wait until the patient is at death's door before they take action. On the other side of my, the other folks, Trump and his running mate, and they'll talk about, but I do believe in the exception to save the mother's life. Okay, all right, let's break that down, shall we?
Okay, so you hear Vice President Harris speaking there, and I actually want to play what former President Trump said at the debate with regard to that. There's no Trump abortion ban. There was an overturn of Roe v. Wade at the Supreme Court, and then each state decides what they want the laws to be in their state. So here's a clip from Philadelphia on September 10th. Watch this.
I'm not signing a ban, and there's no reason to sign a ban because we've gotten what everybody wanted. Democrats, Republicans, and everybody else, and every legal scholar wanted it to be brought back into the states. This issue has torn our country apart, and they've wanted it back in the states. And I did something that nobody thought was possible.
So now these decisions are made. Lots of them are on the ballot in November in terms of what each state and the people of that state want the laws to be in their own state. Let's bring in Jack Brewer, former NFL player and chairman of the Jack Brewer Foundation. Mr. Brewer, always good to see you. Thank you very much for joining me today. As you sit there and you listen to what the vice president is saying on this topic, what's your response?
It's just disappointing. It's sad to hear that she is manipulating so many people, saying that President Trump is representing something that he's clearly stated that he hasn't represented. I'll tell you another thing that's really sad. It's sad that the majority of folks that she's talking to are black people. And you look at the abortion rates across America, over 40% of all abortions happen from little black girls. Little black girls have an abortion. But you don't hear Kamala Harris, who could actually speak into the issues that are causing these little girls to have abortions. abortion. Most of them aren't married. Most of them are having sex before marriage and shouldn't be having sex. She'll never say that. She'll never talk about accountability and choice and being women with dignity. You'll never hear that come out of her mouth. Another thing you won't hear come out of her mouth is talking about life. All Kamala Harris talks about is death, about killing babies, about abortion. She'll never talk about adoption. She'll never encourage people to go out and adopt these children and talk about really the Christian way to speak and to react to these type of issues. But she will tell you that you don't have to leave your faith to believe that you can abort babies. She says that. She tweets that. She puts that out to the American people. And so she's manipulating the minds of people. And so she's truly carrying the Jezebel spirit. I pray for her. I hope Kamala Harris has an awakening, because it's just not right to have so much power and have so many African-American women, minority women, underserved women looking up to you, and you go out there and you lie to the American people.
It's interesting that you brought that up, because Tony Dungy tweeted today, I hear you make this statement all the time to Vice President Harris. Exactly what faith are you talking about when you say that you don't have to abandon it to support abortion? Are you talking about the Christian faith that says all babies are made in the image of God? And he goes on further from there. Just a quick thought on this before we leave.
Yeah, as he quotes there, Jeremiah 1:5, he knew us when we were in the womb. We need voices like Tony Dungy. We are in a fatherless nation right now. We have over 500,000 foster care kids in America. We have 18.4 million fatherless kids in America. We need strong men like Tony Dungy who represent family and faith. And I hope Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and the entire Democratic Party wakes up and realize that this nation needs to move back to morality. We need the 10 Commandments back in our schools. And we need to talk about faith in our country again, not death.
Well, you walk the walk on this, and you have a foundation that does extraordinary work with young people, and we thank you very much for that. And I know they do too, because they know that somebody's looking out for them in Jack Brewer every day. So thank you very much. It's good to have you here, sir.
God bless you, Martha.
Important points.